I asked you to help me decide on my next car, and there were 3 rules. Rule number 1, the car had to be a manual. Rule number 2, it had to be about 25 years old. And rule number 3, it had to be a European wagon. Well, today, I'm happy to present to you my new E39 Touring. Thank you to everyone who wrote to me and suggested which car to get. I loved all the responses and we had really good recommendations, but there was one car that stuck out to me the most, and that was the E39 Touring. The E39 is an extremely special car and I want to introduce you to mine, so let's give you a quick tour on the new car. It is a BMW 528i Touring, and my favorite part about the car, it has a manual transmission. This car is actually so pristine, and check out these wheels, they look so timeless. I love the stance of the E39. It has a classy and elegant appearance, but also retains sportiness that I absolutely love. My favorite part of the car is definitely the front end. Look how mean that looks. I'm so incredibly happy that we got this car. All the support that we've recently been getting on the channel has meant so much to me. By looking at it, you really would not know that this is a 25-year-old car, and the shifting still feels super smooth, which I absolutely love. In the sun, this color looks absolutely beautiful. Let's have a competition. To celebrate the new car, we had to make some merch. Here are the rules to the competition. In the comment section down below, I want you to guess the mileage that this car has. Whoever is the closest to the actual mileage on the car, I will send you the new merch for free. You have to be subscribed in order to win, and in exactly 48 hours, I will be commenting on this video with the winner of the merch. It's available in a t-shirt, crew neck, and hoodie. I wish you the best of luck. I also have merch available for my other cars. The Celica says sideways is the right way. I absolutely love how that one came out. And then the GR Corolla says cars were meant to be driven, drive your car. Go to lensandpistons.com to shop the merch. So what sparked me to get this car? Traditionally on the channel, I've always had Toyotas, and now I have my first BMW. And not only is it a BMW, it's a 25-year-old BMW. It is a completely different change of pace than what I'm used to, but this car is going to unlock a new chapter for the channel. I love my Toyotas, they are not going anywhere, but I wanted something that I could treat as a project car. Something that might be a little bit more unreliable, maybe something that's gonna force me to actually work on the car, because I wanna learn more about cars, how they work, how to work on them, and I wanna be able to take you for the ride with me as we learn more about cars. So I thought the E39 would be perfect. It is one of BMW's most reliable cars ever made. It has an M52 inline-6 motor in it, mated to the manual transmission. It seems like a perfect car to start out with a project. With my channel, I want to do more learning. I want to bring you for the ride with me as we learn more about cars and how they work. But that doesn't just mean maintenance. The E39 is the perfect platform to begin to modify and really make this unique and make it our own. I have some ideas in mind, but let me know what you would do to the E39 as far as modifications. I can't believe that I bought a BMW. I actually feel like I'm cheating on Toyota. Who even am I? I'm a BMW owner now? Like, that just does not even sound right. The GT4 really showed me how special older cars can be. There are lots of cool European cars out there that are newer, like a G80 or an Audi RS5, but I really wanted something older because older cars just have that charm that you cannot get with new cars. One thing I do like about the 8.6 and GR Corolla is while they are new cars, they do have that old car formula, but still it does not hold up to an actual old car. If you asked me a year ago, do I think I would have bought an old car, I would tell you no. I thought that newer cars were the way to go. They're more reliable, they might even be more fun, they're faster, they seem to put better lap times down, but to me, that stuff does not matter. At this point in my life with cars, I want to have cars that I can feel. I want to actually be able to engage with the car, and for me, that's an older car with a manual transmission. I love my 3 Toyotas, but I did want something different. You only live once, so why not mix things up in life and get something fun like the E39? Since it's a wagon, there is plenty of room in the back, and it looks like nothing's ever even been in the back. I couldn't even tell you if anyone's even sat in these back seats. It's truly such good condition, and I feel like I found such a gem. I love older BMW interiors, especially on a car like the 5 Series. It still retains the luxury that it had back in 2000, but it is also so simplistic that when I'm driving the car, it's going to be a really enjoyable experience because there's not a massive screen up there. There's There's not an iPad over there. It's just a manual transmission, a steering wheel, and a speedometer and a car. That is all you need. Here's something you don't normally see working on older BMWs. Cup holders, everything in here functions just like it was when it was new. An interesting quirk about this car is it does still have the OEM BMW flashlight. BMW new owner audio program. This is a cassette tape that you can put into the car for when you first bought it to help set the car up. I also still have the original BMW booklet. It has the original owner's manual in it and all the booklets that you could need for when you first bought the car. I think that this is so cool. I mean, even like accident guidelines and checklists. This has absolutely everything that you would need in it. Service and warranty information. I mean, this has all the stuff that the car came with when it was new. Imagine owning this car from new and still having the warranty on it. This was from before we had Apple Maps, and it comes with its own atlas. You see that right there? That's where the check engine light would be. But luckily, this BMW doesn't have one yet. The car runs absolutely flawlessly. It's a 5 Series, so these things were meant to be super quiet, super comfortable, and very luxury. Just take a listen to this. It still sounds like a brand new car. It's not misfiring. It doesn't have any engine issues. It really is a special car right here. Let's show you the engine bay. It doesn't even look like it's 25 years old. It is a 2.8 liter inline 6 that makes 193 horsepower. Air conditioning still blows very, very cold and very, very strong as well. I'm so happy to get the E39. I mean, this is gonna be such an awesome project car for the channel. I feel like there's a lot of potential with this car, and the best part, this car also feels pretty much like a new car. Like, I'm driving it around and you hear how quiet it is? This is gonna be such a new experience for me because I've only ever had Toyotas and I've only ever had experience with reliable cars. And while the E39 is arguably one of BMW's most reliable cars, it's still not a Toyota. And I'm very curious because I want to prove myself wrong. I want to say, you know what, a BMW can be reliable. I mean, if it went 25 years, what's to say it can't go another 25? Believe it or not, this BMW is still on the factory clutch and it's 25 years old. The thing I'm the most shocked with is just how smooth this car feels when you drive it. I mean, okay, yes, it's a 5 Series, it's a luxury car. It should be a pretty smooth ride, but it's 25 years old, and that's what's the craziest thing to me. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun working on this car and seeing how uncomfortable we can make it. I'm also curious what you think we should do with the car. Should we retain that luxury aspect of the car, or should we take it a completely different route? Should we make this thing into an E39 rally car? How crazy would that be? I have a lot of ideas. We could make it into a rally car. We could just do like a nice OEM plus clean build. Like, there's a lot of options that we can do with this car. And that's also one thing I like about BMWs is I feel like they just have such a crazy aftermarket support that you just don't get with other companies, Toyota being one of them. I really like the blue on this car, but I am tempted to change it with a wrap. So I'm curious, if you were to wrap this car, what color would you do it? I'm just so excited. It doesn't even feel real. I feel like wagons are such a special car in their own way, especially driving an older BMW. Like, I never really thought I would get a BMW, but now that I have one, I like it. I like it. I can't say I've been a BMW hater, but you know, I've just always liked Toyotas. I've liked reliable cars. So for me to step out of that comfort zone and to get a different car, you know, one from Europe, it's a little bit more interesting, and I'm excited for what's to come. I think it's gonna bring really good opportunity. How much did I pay for the wagon? That is a question that we all want to know. Before I give you the number, let's give you the story on this E39. It is a one owner car and it is as original as it gets. Original motor, original clutch, literally everything on this car is original. I'm sure there have been a couple parts that have been replaced just to keep the car running for so long, but this is as original as it's gonna get. It was used as a family car for road trips, and you can tell when a car's been taken care of, like this one. So the number I paid for the E39, $2,500. For that price, I practically stole the car. It might not be a Toyota, but I think it is very fitting for the collection. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, and relish? You might be thinking, relish isn't blue, so what am I talking about? One of the first modifications I do to this car is I really want to wrap it a unique color. This blue is very beautiful and it works very well with the interior color and the wheels that the car has on it right now. but I really want to make this car green. But would that be a mistake? Do we just leave the car the blue that it already is, or do we even choose a completely different color? Comment down below what color you would wrap the E39. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I'm super excited that we have the E39 now in the car collection. And if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to follow along, because we have a lot of cool plans and opportunities to come now that we have the E39. I will see you in the next episode.